really screw on your flight? Right?
Yeah.
Was that before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So guest census does like, hey, and, this is not an expensive dishwasher. How do I turn on a dishwasher? It's not doing anything. So before, what would we have done? Okay, so starting minutes.
Lynn.
Lynn?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a broken. No.
Tons of them.
Okay. And then when the guest says like, "Hey, my dishwasher broke," what do you do? Or what did you guy or gal? And then does that? How long does it take for them to get there?
A lot of times it's me, 15 minutes.
15 minutes, right? You, right? It's very expensive, right?
Yeah.
Your time is the most expensive part as the business of it. Okay. Would it be better if someone could like try and troubleshoot it and get it done? Obviously. So, having us in a picture, we kind of describe what's wrong, right? What we have is for every property, before it goes live, all the major appliances, we go and within whatever past management system you have, we'll go and take pictures of what model the dishwasher is, the fridge, washer, dryer, thermostat, HVAC system. Every major appliance, we know what model it is, right? And before, what we would have done was, you go and download the manual, or you have it on Google Drive somewhere, and then you're like, here's you're trying to figure out like what page, and you're troubleshooting it with you guys. Inefficient, effective, but inefficient. So this is a much better solution. There's actually a better solution to this, but this is kind of an easy solution. You take a picture, and then you tell them what model it is. It's like, hey, this doesn't work right now. What's wrong? And they actually has the picture here. So the machine vision of ChatGPT or whatever AI you use will know what model it is and help you figure it out. Right? And I know this is kind of small, but I just want to show you guys. This is like really for my business. Like, is the door closed? But it's a silly one actually. The manual's not going to tell you is the door actually fully closed. It's like when something breaks on your computer, what's the first thing you do? Restart. Right? The internet speeds really slow. What's the first thing you do? Unplug the router, right? Mississippi. Right? And I'm calling your dishwasher plug, right? But it's not latch. Like the lights start like just like actually like not bonehead, but just like there's nothing wrong with it, just due to error. But like the common user error, right? If the lights start, right? Is the door closed? A cycle, right? This solves 90% of the problems. So have you ever been to a property where you went and they just close the door? They just install it. Right? And you're like, dude, that's like 30 minutes of time. Yeah. They're hanging out, watching a game. I mean, they're doing something else. Right? And now it's not you, it's my staff 6,000 miles away, 5 hours an hour. Like, they can handle this. Again, it doesn't solve every problem, but it can solve 8 out of 10 problems. It's like, great, let's take through a problem so we can solve. And then they can figure out 20% of that. Like, actually really need someone to figure it out. So that was like lower R&M spend, right? Because then now you don't have to spend yourself or a very expensive handyman out there to go fix your problem. Shoot, we're running out of time. Okay. So this is a post that in one of my properties in Tennessee that had to be fixed. You can't really see it here, but there's some erosion. Like this doesn't look super safe. I was like, oh man, we gotta fix this. So we go get a bunch of quotes, and then I'm like, here's the expert index. One? Oh, one. Okay. Two. Okay, cool. I don't know, right? And the people that fixed decks and posts and Severo know that we're not. They know we're not experts. We don't know the pricing, and we're urgent against them. So what do? That's $30,000. That's a lot of work. That's been 2 weeks probably. I haven't called the guy. I don't know, right? So what do? You can spend a bunch of time to figure out what the real answer is, or so you actually, I make them like, hey, what are you actually going to do? So they write down I was like, text me what is this? Because they won't write down your invoice because they're smart. So at least they'll text me what exactly you're going to do. And then I'm like, okay. So I put I'm like, hey, ChatGPT, create an image of what they're actually proposing to do. And it generates this, right? And then I can ask them more questions, right? So it's basically like an expert there that can help you. Like, this is price range. Is what they're proposing make sense? Like, this is a situation. What's a better way of doing this? Or what's a cheaper way of doing this? Or if I add, like you just iterate it until you get to a place that you want, right? Like, there's a billion ways to fix your data, right? And so it's like, if you want to spend more money to like really secure it or like band-aid it or whatever you want to do, like you can actually ask that question. And you have to rely on Lynn's expertise, right? You can, not the but like, now you're the expert, and they can't trick you. And because you were an uneducated customer, and with ChatGPT, like you are not, and you can very much visualize it, right? Like, okay, like, I didn't know what a footer was. 6x6 post, like I have no idea. I don't know what it means actually. I can like go on Google and see what it is, but actually to see it contextual, it's a whole lot of difference. And I can actually like ask them like, okay, if you're gonna do this, like, just be an educated consumer so that I don't get ripped off, right? So what does that mean? Remember, like lower CapEx stuff, right? I'm not spending as much, right? I'm not getting ripped off. And you're just still AI, but you can have things like that. In the last example, so water heater broke 2 months ago. So we have a very expensive plumber that we use. He's very good, but he fixes the problems actually. He's very expensive. So he broke, and we're like, well, we need hot water because we can't really run hot water. So he's like $4,800 for a hot water heater. I'm not a water heater guy. I'm not a hot water heater guy. I don't know what that is. And then, so like I was meeting, I was like, so my team was like, oh, hey, Michael, we really gotta fix this. And I'm like, truck's good, he's done all the work, and it's probably well been fixed. I was like, it seems really, really expensive. Just seemed awful. So then I asked him, I was like, hey, is $4,800 like fair to fix a dishwasher? And you probably can't read that, but it's like, that number is pure highway robbery. Is that pure highway robbery? Is that pure highway robbery? Yes. $4,800, right? So it says here, like, unless you are installing a high-end tankless system, paying for emergency service, massive code upgrades, or some kind of wizardry, you're getting ripped off. So what do we do, right? So this helped me as like the owner, right? Even like this is where my staff like more training for them. Like, hey guys, like he might have been good, but this is too expensive. You have to use AI. Like, you have to ask AI the questions. Like, I don't know the answer, but AI knows the answer. So in our business, no one gets to ask the question unless they check AI. And if I ask, I'll ask them to share with me you can share like your message history. So I'll just randomly ask them, they ask me a question, can I see the message history? So they just know that like I'm going to ask, so like they better do it. Or so then I get a lot of fewer questions actually, and they know better because the AI is going to be smarter than me. I don't know. I'm not a guy. I'm not a hot water guy. Right? But so this was like we went to Home Depot. It was like $20 for the water heater, $30 for delivery. We paid out like $1,000 to fix it. So it ended up being like $2,500. It was $2,000 I said, right? $1,000 here, $1,000 there, you think that. But this is $20. This is $20 software, folks. $20. And it's always there. It doesn't get sick. It doesn't complain. There's no power outage. There's no hurricane. What are your guys' VAs in the Philippines? All right. What was there a hurricane or was there a typhoon? Did it impact your operations? The power's out, the flooding, the impact on power, the list goes on. I'm totally out of time because, I like talking about this stuff, but so I'm going to go to these like slides a little quicker. Utilize custom GPTs for your properties. So who here knows what a custom GPT is? Okay. So if you don't know how to use it, just ask ChatGPT how to use it. But I'll tell you guys, like, it's really, so we have these set up for each of our properties, right? And it's kind of hard to see, but folks have used it before. You can basically make a custom ChatGPT for each property, or whatever you want to do with it. So what we've done is for each property we have, we've uploaded all those manuals for all the appliances. The guest guides. like any relevant demographic information about that property, we upload it into a custom GPT. So now when there's a problem, they go to that property and they just ask the question. So like it really reduces the hallucinations and gives much better answers because it has the exact manual now instead of like searching for it in its life. So it gives you better answers. It's free to use. You literally just, you can't really see it, but just knowledge and upload files. Like just upload the files. $20 a month. Like this will make, you'll make more money. I'll make your. It's like who doesn't want to make more money? It's gonna stop. Oh, you don't know. Start the conversation. All right. Only a few minutes, so I'll kind of speed through this quickly. So this is something really, really cool, and this is really more my wife than me. So like, we have properties, and sometimes we're just trying to figure out what to do with space. And this has been really cool tool that we've used because like before we had to hire a designer, and showroom designers are really valuable. You're doing like a whole thing, but if it's a room or a small space, you're just trying to visualize ideas. So this is the space, right? This is the space, and then we want to make like a kid's playroom, and this is Canva, right? You can Canva or like Pinterest, you can do it on a mood board. So there's a better way. So you're gonna really actually visualize what's in that space, right? So this is like a visualization of the space. You're gonna play around with it. Like create your mood board vision in Canva, right? Or on Pinterest, like whatever your kind of tool choice is to kind of get your creative uses out. Upload the room to GPT, upload the mood board, and just like talk to it. And just like ask it what you want. It does really cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. And it's there, it's like, it doesn't, you work with designers, they might get impatient with you, or you only have a certain number of iterations with them. But with that, it's just the internet. Okay, so I hope was this helpful?
Absolutely, yes.
Marcus is doing so nice to invite me here. I want to make sure this is valuable for you guys. Don't need to sell you guys or anything. Just I want you guys to I want everyone here to pick something from here. I just want you guys to use it. Please don't this is what I great about it. At the minimum, sign up $20, get a check for T Plus, and just use it and have your team use it because it will. It's kind of like it's an overused term. It's really a game changer. It's literally it's already there. It's just you're not going to use it. And the cost of failure is so low, the benefit is so high. Okay. If you want to hear more about me, if you want to hear me yabber more about short-term rentals and investing, on Instagram at MikeChamberDB, and I have a podcast, STR Invest. So if you like podcasts, please listen, subscribe, and thank you very much. I hope this is helpful.
Thank you.
Now, that does not stop. Our next session is going to be equally amazing. But just before we get to that, I want to ask a favor. So if everyone can stand up for 1 second. I know you've been sitting for so long. Just take a stand. This is going to be our last chance to get your photo in for the big prize. We're going to announce it later at the cocktail hour. So what I want you to do is, everybody on this side, so this side, if you can get your phone out and get your phone ready, we're going to take a picture